Hello and welcome to the Bro Chat for the People podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Free Vegan Hamster Gazing. Hey man, I've been practicing the ancient tribal meditation art of vegan hamster gazing for 10 years now and feel that I'm close to perfection with my practice. I'm inviting you, free of charge, to gaze at my vegan hamster for a whole new level of oneness. Email for more details. Sawdust will be provided. Thank you. All right, let's go.
I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch. I need your understanding. I need your...
Tommy boy, there's something that you'll never hear from me.
What?
You're never there. Baby. And you know who's here, actually? Again? For a record third time.
Just extending his lead.
Yeah, you guys just can't get enough of me.
One Mr. John DeMasi.
Three times the charm.
Oh, my word. Third time is a charm. Although I think the first two times were charming enough. Thank you.
Oh, let's see if we can't top those. So what do we have on the docket tonight?
We got so much stuff.
Everything to talk about.
I mean, we're doing this for the people. We would have a better podcast if we could wait till Sunday, but poor Danny here is not going to be available on Sunday night to record. So we're here, barely starting the second round of the NCAA March Madness. So I mean, we're talking about that. I mean, there's already a fair amount to talk about, but we got some some interesting stuff happening elsewhere in the world and in the different things happening.
Sorry. You're right, Tom. You're right. There's got to be something to talk about out there.
So, I mean, I think the biggest news, obviously, from March Madness is the Michigan State loss.
Holy cow! 22% of brackets officially have no chance of picking the national champion.
That's absurd. Considering they're a number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 39% had them in the final game, too.
Yeah. And 61% had them in the Final Four.
Yep.
61% of ESPN brackets. Michigan State in the Final Four.
Every single year, I pick Michigan State to win the tournament, and I mean, one year it paid off when they were like a 12 seed and they made it all the way to the Final Four. But this year, literally everybody picked them, and of course, I wasn't gonna drop them now.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that everybody picked them screwed me over because I had them.
It's everyone else's fault, not mine.
I did have them
Or
winning
Michigan's.
More Michigan's.
I had them win the
Michigan
national
State's,
title, but I think I'm 4th place in your bracket, even though they're eliminated, and I have them winning.
That'd be funny if John won.
That would be.
He just
funny.
comes on as a 4th time.
Well, I mean, it's still early enough that anyone still could win. Like
Technically,
if people like Kansas lose this round, or even next round, or UVA or Villanova, or all those other champions, like if those people get knocked out too, it's a possibility anyone could still win.
But will UVA be knocked out now that Michigan State's out? Since Michigan State's taking UVA out of it for the last 2 years?
Michigan State just lost to Middle Tennessee. UVA's playing Butler. That's an interesting game. Maybe when people are listening, Butler got absolutely blown out.
I don't know.
But who knows? We're
That's
not going to be able to tell the future.
We're all about speculating here.
Yep.
We are Bro Chat for the People podcast.
Maybe we'll just speculate
I
going
said
forward.
We the People podcast. Remember those days?
Yeah. That was when we first started.
Day 1, and then day 2 we came back and we're like, hello and welcome to the Bro Chat for the People podcast. And we had to get a new name. Jesse Ventura already took the first one.
Yeah. It's okay, though. Bro Chat for the People has kind of grown on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, so, we were all kind of hoping Yale would beat Duke.
Yeah.
And they were getting absolutely murdered for 3/4 of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then, made a furious comeback, but came up short. Which one of these teams has more white privilege?
Duke or who?
Yale.
Oh, yeah. I have to say Yale because Duke's privilege was semi-checked back in the lacrosse scandal.
Oh, yeah. That was actually a great 30 for 30.
That was a great 30 for 30. But still, troubling times.
But still, Duke still has, like, their She's so hated.
Yes, Father. I was playing basketball with my teammates the other day, and a plebe walked in. One of the proletariat thought he could use the court at the same time as me. He wasn't even wiping up my sweat.
But what is this with Harvard and Yale? 2 years in a row. These Ivy League schools being good at.
Was it Harvard last year or was it 2 years ago?
I think it was last year. Wasn't last year Harvard?
I think last year was Harvard.
I think they were in it last year, but the year before, 2 years ago.
No, Princeton was
did
in it
well.
recently too.
Yeah. Well, it's funny these Ivy League schools actually beating some of these teams, but
Yeah.
I mean for the most part they get decent seeds. Like they don't get the 16 seed or the 15 seed usually. Mm-hmm. And it's not a huge upset when like a 13 beats a 4 or a 12 beats a 5. It's almost normal.
No, I know, but my point is that it's not like USC. They can't just drop their academic standards to recruit, athletes.
They can a little bit.
I mean, not too much. I mean, I've read articles about it. Like, these kids are all pretty smart, these basketball players.
Yeah, of course they are. But they're not like necessarily like the rest of the people there. Because honestly, a lot of these schools, like the Ivy League schools,
My dad played football at Harvard. You're saying he's not as smart as the other kids?
what I'm saying is that it's not just about smarts getting into these different schools. Like there's so many kids that have straight A's and 1600s on their SATs, and they don't get into any of these Ivy League schools
Why?
because there's something
'Cause they're
else.
white?
No,
Because they're not minorities?
no.
Tom, what are you saying?
I'm saying it's because it's not about that. Like that helps, but it's about other things as well. I mean, like nowadays people do it more now. Like all those kids like getting sent all these community service hours by their parents so they can get into a good college and becoming the captain of the debate team in high school, which means diddly squat, whatever it is. But sports helps a lot. Like people who are like really smart and can do sports,
Yeah.
like those are the kind of people that get in there. So it's not like they could just be like MIT and go just straight nerds. But
Yeah.
like just you have to be a math whiz and a computer whiz and everything, and then you can get in there.
My grandfather went to MIT, okay? Wasn't a nerd.
Well,
Did you call John's grandfather a nerd?
yeah, that was before computers. Computers changed
Touring,
everything.
or the touring.
No, I know,
machine.
but that's beside the point. What I'm saying is that out of all the college teams eligible for March Madness, to have an Ivy League school in it, basically the last 5 years.
Well, there's
Dude, there's always an
whoever
Ivy
wins
League.
the Ivy League.
The Ivy League
No, I know,
is an
but to do
automatic
well.
bid.
To do well, yeah.
What I'm saying is to do well. With all the selection of good basketball players, it just seems like the probability of going to like a great school and doing well. I guess Notre Dame.
They do have
Notre Dame is small.
a lot of money, so they can like
Yeah.
hire really good coaches and pay them a lot of money because they
Yeah,
get
so
such
can all the other schools that do that too.
like big schools. I mean, but it's not like it's
Worked out for
money
Alabama
isn't a
and Michigan.
disadvantage for them. Obviously, the recruiting is the only real disadvantage, and I don't know. I can see it being not unnormal for students to go there who are like smart and they're good at basketball.
Yeah.
Like it's not like mutually exclusive that if you're really athletic, you're just going to be really just dumb as an ox or something.
Yeah.
No,
What
but
if-
there's. I mean, sorry, Dan. But
No,
there's
yeah,
there's
go
a correlation between putting all the work into a sport and not doing well in school. That's why the percentage of pro athletes are not going to be your Ryan Fitzpatricks.
Yeah, I think you could also spin it the other way, saying that that kind of you learn a certain discipline and dedication from the athletics that can, if you know you're not going to be a pro athlete somewhere, that you learn that kind of dedication and then you apply it to your schoolwork.
Yeah, but a full course and doing well in college. I mean,
It's a lot harder to get into those places than it is to actually be there.
to do well there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from pretty much everybody. Like, it's really hard to get in, but once you get in there, it's not like harder than anywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah, stupid Ivy League schools. They should be banned anyway. No one likes them. They're so pretentious.
Why?
don't know.
Some of them are. Didn't your dad go to Harvard too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Wow. In this conversation, we've got MIT and Harvard. I think we need to check our privilege.
I got another Princeton too.
Oh, yeah.
I got an Ave Maria.
I've got 2 more Harvards. I've got a Duke in my family as well.
Me too.
Oh, God.
We're so privileged.
So privileged.
We should just cut ourselves.
put our cigarettes out on our arms.
Actually, did you guys see that? Did you see that article about the debate team the other day?
Mm-mm.
There was a debate at, I think it was at Harvard University, or it was somewhere, but it was like Harvard University students, and it was a minority who was debating, and they were debating about something kind of innocuous, like whether students should be allowed to like protest more freely or something on campuses, and the guy ended up just like coming out and saying that in order to fight white privilege, all the whites should just kill themselves.
Really?
Yep. And then he continued to defend it, and it was kind of crazy actually, just listening to the guy say it.
Was he
Because
white?
no, he was black.
He was?
And one of the other debaters on the other team was a white guy, and he was just like,
He wanted to be too PC. He didn't want to say anything to offend.
no, he was like, well, should I just kill myself? He's like, yeah, kill yourself right now. You would actually say something about fighting white privilege, don't just talk. Just kill yourself right now.
Oh, my word.
Isn't that a threat?
I don't know.
No, because you're telling you to do it to yourself, so it's not
I
a
don't know.
threat?
It was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like,
Excuse me,
"Jeez,
language, guys. I'm not
Hey.
comfortable being on a bro chat with language.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Wait, what?
That's like the first time I've sworn in like 10 podcasts. So
Yeah.
is Danny doing this swear?
Hey, I've gotten my fair share of comeuppance. I
Yes,
have
your
so
mother
many
has
complaints.
yelled at you.
So many complaints.
Anyway, what is the who do you guys think is the next big school to go down?
Oregon.
Oregon?
Oregon? You think they're going to lose to St. Joe's tonight? or
I don't know
tomorrow?
about St. Joe's, but they'll lose to Duke if they meet Duke.
Duke did look a lot better today than they did the
And
other day.
Oregon is just, I don't know why, they just seem like such a weak number one.
I don't know. What about UNC?
Yeah, I have Oklahoma.
UNC
beating
Providence is a great game tonight. We'll see what happens. But I think UNC is a very strong team.
That's fair.
I
They're
think
always
they
a
are.
strong
They're
team.
a strong team. Roy Williams is a good coach. Kansas is a very strong. UVA, quite frankly, could go down. They're playing right now, right? Aren't they playing? Who's UVA playing?
They're playing against Butler tonight.
Butler, yeah.
Or right now.
Yeah.
They're playing against Butler. And it's tied.
Tied? Yeah. UVA could be a big team to go down.
Yeah, that's true.
Kentucky went down today.
Kentucky just went down a couple minutes ago before we started this, yeah. So,
I've got a question. What's like the best in terms? Let's take football and basketball, college football and basketball. What's the best school? Somebody who's both a perennial, because I think Michigan State, both a perennial football and a perennial basketball powerhouse.
I mean, there's a bunch of them.
Why? How?
At
Who?
different times.
At different times, but I'm saying perennial. Like Duke is always good at basketball. This
Yeah.
year they were good at football.
No, I know.
Alabama's always
No,
good
I
at
know,
football.
I know,
but
but
they're
I
never
can-
good at basketball.
I don't know. Let's see.
Michigan State's always
Ohio,
bad.
Ohio State.
Ohio State is
Ohio
one.
State. Well, Ohio State hasn't been very good in the last 5-6 years.
I don't know if it's 5 or 6.
Yeah, you're right.
Like
It's
2 or
not 5
3.
6, 2 or 3. You're right.
And I mean, even Michigan State goes through 2 or 3 year
Yeah.
slumps where they're
Yeah,
not
Michigan
good.
For
State just-
football.
But I mean, like they're perennially like in the conversation and worth watching, kind of thing. I mean, there's a
Because I thought of this when I was thinking about Duke and then also Oregon. Because Oregon's not usually a good basketball team. Not usually a powerhouse basketball team.
they have. I mean, I
They've
feel like
had
Oregon's
good
been.
years.
I feel like Oregon's been a recent development anyway. Like in the
Even
last
with
in the
football?
last like 15 years,
With
15 20
football?
years, yeah.
Probably.
Let's see.
I feel like Texas, probably.
Texas hasn't been good for basketball for not
Since
powerhouse
Kevin Durant
since Kevin
left.
Durant though. Yeah,
But
2008.
But, I mean, it's so hard to line these two sports up that you can't just go year to year.
I know,
feel
but
Florida.
Florida hasn't been good in football.
Well, since Tim Tebow.
I mean, they were.
But-
Tim Tebow was there. They're still good at football.
I know they're good at
They're
football. I'm
successful
talking
in the SEC.
powerhouse.
Dude, you're scared playing them anytime. It
That's
doesn't
fine.
like
That's fine.
They had what's his name, Driscoll, the terrible quarterback the last couple of years.
Yeah,
That's why
it's
they're
sad.
bad.
And Urban Meyer left.
Yeah. But yeah, like remember those years where they won the championship in like
Oh, I
both
know,
in
yeah.
both sports?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
BC maybe. If you took this
Long-
conversation
long-
back 5
long
years
back.
ago,
5 years ago was a stretch. Even still, I'd say more closer to 8 to 10 years ago. When they almost made the Elite Eight. They lost to Villanova by 1. This was the last time Villanova made the Elite Eight. They lost to Villanova by 1, and Matt Ryan was at quarterback. Had BC ranked at number 2 at some point
yeah.
for football. But BC's best year, this year they went 0-18 in the ACC, we just found out.
It is kind of interesting.
Their best
though.
days are behind them.
You'd think it would help with their like right name recognition.
Exactly. I don't
To be good and
understand
really good in like March Madness would help.
Maybe
with their
they just
football
decided
recruiting.
to start clamping down on academic standards or something. I don't know.
I think it's Boston in general.
Goes through spurts.
Well, no, I don't think.
Wait, Boston.
I don't think.
People want to go to Boston.
I don't think athletes. It's a
Wanna
final
go to school.
destination. It's a
Well,
final
I was-
destination for athletes.
I was just talking in general though. How it's weird that it wouldn't necessarily correlate. Like why there are teams like
Yeah, but why is Michigan a destination? Just because of the
Legacy,
pedigree of the school,
I think.
exactly. But if you've got the number 3 overall pick and a great quarterback in Matt Ryan, and you've got a great basketball team at that time, like wouldn't that help with recruiting? But they just have been steadily going downhill.
yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean, I think
Like
it's,
FGCU, they made the tournament one year, and now they were actually making they're always in the running for a tournament seed these days, every year since. So the past 3 years since the first time. But I don't know, it's just interesting to me. Michigan State and Ohio State, were those the ones we agreed on? Were powerhouses?
I mean
in both?
Michigan.
I'll give you Michigan, even though they've been kind of bad at football lately. And by
mean,
bad
they-
at football,
they were like-
I mean not like
but-
Alabama.
Well, Alabama's the only one who's been Alabama in the last 5 years.
That's fine.
10
what about
years.
Miami?
Football's been.
I mean,
Down.
not of recent, but they've been a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what Danny's talking about perennially.
Like Duke is always there in basketball every single year. Kentucky's there every single year. They're not there every single year in football, but there's got to be one school that's there every single year for the last 10 years,
I don't think there is.
which is interesting to me. It's just interesting to me. Michigan State's always very good at football, though. They're always ranked.
Tennessee.
Not always, dude.
Tennessee had some good,
Michigan
good
State's not always
stretches.
ranked.
In both.
Tennessee had some good stretches in both. Texas had some great stretches with both.
Yeah.
But that was in like the 2002 to 2000.
What about USC? USC's
Basketball,
they've
in the
Yeah.
past, it's been pretty good.
Back when they had like OJ Mayo.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I wish we could talk more about the tournament, but otherwise we'll just sit here and speculate about
yeah.
it. But I think we should talk a little bit about the political situation going on right now and the kind of weird fever pitch that it's hit.
Oh, good. That's my positive spin zone, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Having to do with Trump.
Well, I mean, I wanted to talk about. I mean, you guys have probably heard by now about the protesters, all the protesters
Yeah.
that are attacking Trump, and like
It's just
attacking him
ridiculous.
in rallies and stuff like that.
And we are the farthest from Trump fans, but that's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
I mean, like people like trying to storm on stage that time.
Today, blocking a highway.
Yeah, they blocked a highway. They literally got out and stopped their cars in the middle of a highway.
And you're like, guys, what if somebody was having a baby in the back of a taxi, or somebody had just, gotten stabbed, and they're trying to get to the hospital? I mean, come on, and you're blocking this highway, assholes.
What if
It's like more than
someone
assholes,
got
though.
stabbed who was having a baby?
Even worse, doubly worse. Oh my word!
but I don't like. I don't
Heaven
even.
forbid.
I don't know why. Like this is a bigger problem for me, more than just like these crazies doing these things that are just like stupid and kind of dangerous. But I mean, like this kind of weird fever pitch now that Trump and Hillary have separated themselves.
Yeah.
It's become crazy. Like the headlines you see every day are just nuts and crazy. Like Fox News is now coming out and saying, Donald Trump is obsessed with Megyn Kelly, and like
Which he is.
sickeningly so. And it's just like
Which is funny. That
like this
Fox
shouldn't be
News,
a thing that Fox News like says.
Well, it's also funny because Fox News has been supporting this guy this entire time. and giving him 70% of the media coverage.
Yeah.
And also having guys like Sean Hannity and all of their guests on Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity and Megyn Kelly, they're all Trump supporters. The 5 Trump supporters. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous. But Megyn Kelly and Bill O'Reilly are like the only ones who don't support Trump.
But I mean, have you guys like noticed this? This like kind of craziness that's more than usual?
Well, it's all been comical. Like we have an idiot.
Thought it was a joke.
But it's not comical though.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, it's just this is the farthest thing from normal in the American political sphere. You have a criminal, literally a criminal, running against someone who changes his views every single year, and he's a reality TV, superstar. He fought
on politics or the
he
law.
Fought on
or
WWE against Stone Cold Steve Austin. We literally have a guy who's running for president and who's going to win the Republican
Well, I would put that in
nomination.
its positive, Mark.
I know you would, but he literally got in a rink with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like this guy, and we have him running against a criminal, and it's just. I know we all say we hate politicians, but can we have actually some politicians run? I miss the politicians.
Please.
Yes. Maybe this was the joke.
We're sorry, McConnell.
This was the long con that the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are playing on everyone to get us to appreciate politicians again.
I know. Can we get? I seriously want to be lied to again, and not. I don't want Donald Trump.
Well, Hillary Clinton's here for that.
Yeah.
And actually Donald Trump. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious.
You know who would make me feel better about this?
Ted Cruz.
No.
Ronald Reagan.
Nope.
Mark Levin.
Nope.
George W. Bush.
John Cena.
Nope.
Not John Cena.
Paul Todd.
Paul Todd! Oh yeah, so we went to the our Florida bros will appreciate this. We went to the 5:15 Palm Sunday Mass at St. Aggie's.
5:15.
Yeah,
Weird.
odd time. Paul Todd probably demanded that. And we thought we were going, for the beautiful celebration of the Mass, but little did we know, we were surprised with a Paul Todd concert.
During Mass.
And it was, I mean, some would say it's annoying. I say it's amazing. It's awesome. I love that man. And his music and his hair.
His son was
His son.
His son was there. It was a Paul Todd special, man.
Do you guys think you get Paul Todd on the bro chat?
No. But I wish. Oh, do you think we could approach him and say like, "Hey, Paul, like, we'll slip you a 10. Like, write us an intro piece on the keyboards." You prodigy, you. Paul Todd. And the good cack of death.
Yeah, he's like a weird mix between like the Creed singer and like
Celine Dion. Shall we go for it? And then his son was there. It was even better.
Yeah. Well, I always thought it was funny when they were harmonizing together. Because they like have the exact same sounding voice, except then when Paul Todd does his
40
thing.
years younger, But
Well,
their voices sound the exact same. It's just Paul Todd's got experience and age on his side.
And then he does that thing though. Yeah. We don't know what becomes him. Why he does it, but
It's funny too because he'll be singing a word and he'll sing the word normally, but if the word is at the end, he does that note, and I don't understand. I don't think anyone.
I don't think it
understands.
qualifies as a note.
I don't think Paul Todd understands why.
I don't think so. It's just the
happens.
passion.
Yes, exactly.
He
feels the music.
playing for Disney for a reason.
Yeah.
Just feels it.
He
How
can feel
many?
the love that night.
How many of the old women there are just waiting for their husbands to die, just so Paul Todd would approach them, dude? Because that church is like 80% old women, and they're probably.
Hey, I appreciated it today. We got to sit during the Passion.
Yeah.
And St. Luke's, too, is the longest one.
I know. I sat there and they started. I was like, oh, this is nice.
I felt like they skipped.
Luke.
I think they skipped some parts.
No, they didn't.
No, it was like
Maybe they skipped a little bit of the actual Passion rather than, the pre-Passion and the
Yeah,
Last
it
Supper.
was
Because the
Jesus.
Last Supper was so long. Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
Jesus
we were still on the
consecrated-
Last Supper after 10 minutes.
It was literally like the narrator who couldn't read, by the way. It was like, yes, Jesus passed out the bread, and then Simon of Cyrene helped him carry the cross. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
like how do we get from there?
What
to-
about the scourging? Nobody knows about that.
Yeah.
Yes, and the trial. Well, I guess there was a little bit of a trial. Pilate, what a bitch. Speaking of little bitches, I find him not guilty. I'll send him to Herod. He comes
Dude.
back. I still find him not guilty.
Dude, Pilate-
Crucify him, crucify. Okay, mob rule. Like, yeah, sure, I'm crucifying him.
Dude, are you kidding me, Pilate? I mean,
You about to defend Pilate right now?
dude, he gets a lot of flack. I mean, being a history major and
Okay.
knowing exactly what would have happened to him if the Jews uprised, like he would basically have been beheaded.
You know
by
what
the
happened to him
emperor.
instead? His soul ended up in.
Well,
Eternal fire.
he could have been.
But
probably.
but in his
He washed his hands of it, man. Come on.
it was his defense.
No culpability.
He literally had like a couple hours with the Lord, and
That's true.
how was he supposed to convert in a couple hours? I mean, you can't really blame him. I mean, all these Jews who crucified him were basically putting palms down
3 days before.
3 days before. I mean, you can't really tell a Roman that this religion's right. You know, there's
No, I understand
they're
that.
spread out
And
across the
I'm not
world.
saying Pilate's the most culpable here. I'm just saying he's a flip-flopper.
This is John Kerry of his day. You know,
We got a bad deal.
He did get a raw deal. Lord have mercy on him.
I think
true
Danny
that.
was making a Trump reference.
Yeah.
I'd make a
Pilate
good
made,
deal.
I would have gotten Jesus off.
I'd have got a good deal for him.
I would have gotten a good deal for Jesus. And no scourging. No scourging. Sad.
I've got
Weak.
I've got a big brain. I got big words that come out of my mouth. I make the best words.
My mama said my brain works very good.
So I came across an interesting.
Forrest Trump.
What was that one quote by him? Someone asked him about his foreign policy, and he's like, "My foreign policy is,
Or like who
my
would
own,
you
because
ask about?
My
foreign
brain
policy?
is so good."
Yeah, exactly.
And I make the best words.
And I make the best words. And I be telling myself, and trust me, I make the best words. What? This guy. I would have gotten Jesus off. He wouldn't have been crucified if I was Pilate. Oh my gosh. Good stuff.
I'm not convinced he would have tried actually.
Oh no, I think he's. I don't think he would have. He instantly would bend to the mob. That's how it is with Donald Trump.
Yeah, but I came across
The mob is fickle, and Donald Trump is the spokesperson for the mob. Donald Trump is Caiaphas. Except probably not as smart.
So I got a
Yeah, go ahead, Tom, please.
I got an interesting article I came across, and I just thought I'd bring it up. The I want to get your thoughts on this. Apparently, some young Austrians set the record. You might have seen this.
I did. I think I was on Drudge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
With a 92-hour binge. Mm-hmm. Are you surprised it's only 92 hours?
92 hours is 3 days and 20 hours. Because what? 3 days is 72 hours. Yeah. So 3 days, 20 hours. It's a long time, dude. Just to
Yeah.
be watching TV.
But I mean, like,
Straight? Did they pause for the bathroom or did they pee in cups?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
That would be messed up.
Because it's not a real binge if you pause for the bathroom.
Just
When I binge and I'm in my bed watching
Just going
Daredevil for 4 hours straight, I just pee right in the bed.
I'll clean my sheets when the binge is over.
I call my brother on his cell phone and I tell him to bring me food so that I can maintain, so I can have sustenance, proper nutrition to make it
How-
through
how is
the
that
end of my
proven?
binge.
I don't know.
that's
Did
ridiculous.
somebody have to binge with them who was like, maybe that's why it was only 92 hours.
I think that's
And he's like, guys, you guys broke the record. I'm done.
that record's probably held in nursing homes. They just sit there in front of TV, you know. Just like sometimes their care providers forget them overnight. and
Oh
they
my
just-
gosh, it's so sad. It's so sad.
They don't have to forget him for like 4
Never
days.
put your parents in nursing home.
Yeah, seriously,
Children.
guys. Seriously. We're not animals. We don't need to be. We don't need to send our.
I just imagine Ben
Send our
Stiller from
grandparents
Happy
off.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller with the quilts, making all the old people knit quilts to sell them for profit. Good times.
Oh man.
Have we mentioned that Tom has a mustache during this?
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah, we
Should
have.
we talk about
and how
that?
I don't have a beard anymore.
Dude, you already have a 5 o'clock shower.
Well, I just
already.
used the beard trimmer. That's why.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't straight razor it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Tom,
I'm just
what-
rocking the stash
what
right
brought,
now.
What brought this out? You know?
I don't know. I was just shaving for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Looks like Mike Ditka a little bit, you know?
Well, maybe if the stash was a little bit more full and gray.
You don't have to be a dick about it, Danny.
Maybe. Oh no, I can't say that on something that everyone else is going to hear. Oh jeez.
I don't know, man.
So many jokes about Tom's mustache.
I mean, it's not at the level of your eyebrows yet, but
It's not.
It'll get
Oh
there.
man, can you imagine? Like if I was able to take these and put them as a mustache instead, like I would look like fucking like
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm an English aristocrat from the 1800s. That is awesome. I already do miss the mutton chops too from last night.
I know.
I was mad that I had to shave them.
I missed your chin, man. I forgot you had
The butt chin.
Yeah.
The butt
I
chin,
forgot I
yeah.
had a double chin, and then I shaved. now I can see it again. It's so bad. Like I'll look down at my phone and I'll turn the camera on or something, and it'll be facing me, and I'm just like, oh god, how's that? It makes it worse. Oh, it's terrible.
That is terrible, Danny. Why do you have such bad self-image?
Have you seen this thing?
That's horrible.
Yeah, I know. No, it's all right, but I'm clearly not willing to do anything about it, so it's my own fault. So what are we up here to, Tom?
You want to hear? You want to hear maybe the worst news ever?
Yes, as long as it's not for the positive spin zone.
No.
Okay, good.
That same Dingleberry who won our fantasy football league is leading in the bro chat for the people.
Well, at least this time he's dumped Trump.
Well, he's not even leading. He has like a 99.3%.
He's in the 100th percentile.
He's in the 100%. Oh my god.
But he doesn't have that many possible points remaining. I actually haven't looked at his bracket yet. But Mark is in a close second behind him. He's in the 98.4 percentile. But unfortunately, he has
Does he have ND winning it all?
no. He has Villanova winning it all.
Oh, they'll
bizarrely
lose.
enough.
They'll lose.
You never know. Never know nowadays. I mean, he had Michigan State losing to UVA, which
So that shouldn't hurt him too much. That's the Elite Eight?
yeah, he has him getting to the Elite Eight and not
Yeah.
getting to no. He has him getting to the Sweet 16. No, yeah, he has him getting to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
And
It's a 1 and a 2. They shouldn't meet till the Elite Eight.
other than that, he had, I see, three misses. No, 4 misses. And that's it.
That is pretty crazy. Why haven't you had him on yet? It's kind
I
of
don't
like
know.
you know
I should have him
an
on.
antagonist. Just have him come on.
Yeah.
Sean Lee's like sole purpose at life is to make New England fans like angry.
I know.
It is true. And, we can appreciate him sort of for it, but...
Like you will spend.
I mean, when you're
Well,
a
at least he has
Chicago
legs to
sports guy
stand
now-
on, Unlike people who, aren't sports fans who still try to make fun of Patriots fans.
Yeah, I mean, you could spend a wonderful weekend in Chicago with him for 3 days, and as you're leaving the airport, he'll send you a bunch of explicitives and tell you how much your teams suck, and it's just like, okay, bro.
He didn't want to say it to us while we were there.
No.
I love Sean, but I love Colby more.
Speaking of which, Sean, if you're listening, I think you need to post the
I'll be
spring
listening.
break 2013 video to the Bro Chat for the people.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
That is a bro. That was a bro weekend.
That was a total bro weekend.
Paul fell over that sign.
I should post that video. I've never posted that video, but I should.
That was a good video. I mean, Paul lost his phone twice in one night, right? We went to
No, two consecutive nights.
2 consecutive nights. We had to go to strangers' houses to get it. Oh my god.
No, I think they called your dad both times.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they just called home and your dad picked up.
Oh yeah, we demolished them in some Pong.
Yep.
Some hardcore Pong. Those good times.
Good times. Spring break. Woo! Woo!
Back in the college, living college life.
Yeah.
Back when life was easy, and you didn't have to worry about money. It's just it all built up.
It's just all accumulated behind you.
Did you guys see that? Those smart people in jail who tried to break out.
With the drone?
Yes.
Yeah, they had a drone. I
They
saw
had a
that.
drone fly bolt cutters to the jail as part of the escape plot. That's genius. I love it. I just wanted to mention that and give those people a shout out. I feel like there was... I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for right now, Daniel. Should we pop into the positive spin zone?
The positive spin zone. The positive spin zone.
Yeah, we should make it a Paul Todd version.
thing. Toddify it.
All right, I'll go first.
Yeah, do it.
All right, so
Wait. Oh, now I remember what mine was. Go ahead.
maybe you should go first then, because you're just gonna forget it.
Oh, okay. New poll says Donald Trump is up 15 points in Arizona.
This is the one I gave to you the other day, and you didn't come up with a good one.
What?
But this is the exact same one that I gave you for Florida.
Oh, yeah, well... That was the average that he was down by 14 in the average poll. Turns out he lost by 20.
Yeah. Wait, so I didn't...
Donald Trump, new poll shows Donald Trump is up 15 points on Ted Cruz in Arizona.
The positive spin on that news is that the people of Arizona are just as dumb as we thought they were.
Shout out to Thomas Helms, who picked Arizona in our bracket. I'm kidding, Thomas. You're one of the smartest guys I know.
But it's hard to spin it well. The fact that Trump's doing well. Maybe you could go like the angle that he is going to destroy the political system, even though not in the way that people want him to. He's just going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah.
And
we'll
maybe
start
that'll
over.
be good somehow. Maybe there'll be a revolution when he gets elected because he'll start committing mass genocide on people in our
That
country.
sounds like a good positive spin. Yes, mass genocide. This has failed. Sorry, Tommy.
Do I get a positive spin?
For both of us?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let me shoot Danny's his first,
Okay.
and then we'll have the special guest positive spin zone.
The last one was really fun.
All right, so the
Once you're 25, teenage pregnancy goes down. What? Thank you, New York Compost, for that lovely piece of information. All right, Thomas, I'm sorry.
it's okay. So apparently the NFL is threatening the Falcons to take away their Super Bowl bid if the religious freedom bill passes, or the anti-gay bill, as they like to call it.
Yeah, positive spin on this is that, well, maybe two things. First, the fact that Georgia's still trying to pass a religious freedom thing. That's a good sign. At least states care about religious freedom and trying to protect it. The other thing would be, well, we'll go with three. The second one would be that maybe 50% of the country, perhaps, starts protesting against Goodell, and Goodell's removed as a commissioner because he's the worst one I can ever think of in any of the major sports.
Oh, that reminds me too. Quickly, just shout out to our boy, the newest member of the Patriots fan club.
Oh yeah, welcome, Michael Watkins.
Your strife with Goodell is, well founded, and we also hate Roger
We
Goodell.
here at Bro Chat for the People have your
And
back.
everyone in New England hates Roger Goodell.
And
So
a lot of people,
you are welcome.
and a lot of people around the country, not just in New England. A lot of people think he's a terrible commissioner, except for Sean Lee.
Yeah.
Conley seems to have some sort of illicit love affair with Roger Goodell. And then the third thing. Sorry, the third thing is. Oh no! I forgot. Yeah, never mind. So those two things. Oh well, maybe it'll raise awareness towards other religious freedom initiatives and actually get people caring about this fact and this problem of liberals trying to encroach even more upon the religious liberties of corporations and small businesses and individuals.
But isn't it interesting that the NFL is doing this? Isn't this kind of bizarre?
It is.
They're like threatening people.
The only thing
they're literally threatening the city. Like, you're not going to get the Super Bowl if you do that. Like, that seems so bizarre to me.
I mean, who are they catering to? Do they know their fan base? Like,
no.
Are they trying to cater because it's the LGBTYNZ?
And it's not an anti-LGBTQ thing.
It's not.
It's just a pro-religious freedom thing where you're saying you can't force a business. Say, for example, you can't force a business to provide contraception in its healthcare. This would be a state law, first of all, but that's completely a business that has a problem with that. Say a private Catholic university or a church. I mean, hey, there are a lot of Baptists in Georgia, and Catholics for that matter, and Christians of all sorts.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's just the way the media spins everything, and the NFL is just part of that big machine.
All right, so let me just read you the headline, and then I'll explain it a little bit. So the headline is, "Woman accidentally live tweets her husband's death." So
accidentally.
So she basically, this woman tweets a lot, and she basically. Well, first of all, before I explain the story, how would you put a positive spin on that?
Well, what I'm envisioning, what the story is going to turn out to be, is that she was tweeting about maybe how her husband she got in a fight, and how she was like, "I wish he was dead," and then he died in a tragic car accident as she was.
No,
tweeting
he did.
That.
No,
I have something completely different envisioned. I have something like she is like manic, not manic. What's the right word?
Manic depressive?
No, she's like a compulsive tweeter.
Compulsive tweeter.
And she's like not even paying attention, and she's grieving for her husband who's dying, and she just like tweeting about it because it was compulsive.
Yeah, okay.
No, her husband, he got in a car accident. She drove by the car accident, was tweeting about the car accident.
Oh!
And then she got home and she
realized it was.
She didn't know where her husband was, so she like put out like a lost, husband or whatever report. She didn't get a call about it.
You can put out a lost husband report.
Yeah, missing
do that all
persons.
the time.
Yeah. A lost husband report.
It's called.
I lost my husband again. I checked all the bars on Main Street. He wasn't at either of them. He wasn't at the draft. He wasn't at Big Willie's.
This is a fantastic app idea. We
Find your husband.
husband.
Hey, this is intellectual property, bitches. Don't touch it. Find your husband.
I don't think a lot of husbands want to be found.
Exactly, but a lot of wives want to find their husbands. So, could make it kind of discreet.
Exactly.
Somehow we can break into a husband's iPhone.
So did you put a positive spin on that, Danny?
Ah.
How a woman...
I can't put... How can I do that? That's absolutely tragic.
It's supposed to be hard. Not supposed to be
all I can say is that, at least she's connected. Except not to her husband, clearly.
She has a lot of people who are praying for her now.
She has a lot of people.
Because she's raised... The craziness of it has raised the awareness of her situation.
She's having a lot of...
There's the positivity.
A lot of good people praying for her and her family. And the repose of
Definitely
her
not
soul.
us, though.
What do you mean, definitely not us?
I'm going to forget about this 5 minutes from now.
I already said a prayer.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. So anything else? Gents, anything that this fan would like to know of us?
Tom's Take! That was a little bit of a Paul Todd Tom's Take. Tom hates... Tom, jeez, dude.
I love that version so much more than what we've been doing before.
Paul Todd reminded you of the greatness. Tom's Take. Tom hates Roger Goodell. Brought to you by the Washington Bullets. It's time to change the name. Nobody likes the Wizards. Okay. Do we have a question from our fans, our loyal listeners?
Let me check real quick. You guys keep them occupied.
Okay, yeah, we gotta check our notes, I guess.
Get our email up that people love. We get thousands of emails a day.
It's funny, we get thousands of emails from random people, but nobody listens to the podcast. It's weird. But yeah.
Wait, on a more serious note, Tom, I mean, you've been coughing on the podcast now for what, like 20 of 21 episodes?
That's right. It's our 21st birthday.
Oh, it's our 21st birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
No, but
Happy
seriously.
birthday.
We
Return for the people.
We should be worried about one of the bro chatters.
I would call all the bro chat listeners to
Do we have
please,
any doctors listening?
please pray for Thomas and his black
Mary
lung.
already looked at me.
Oh, really? Tom's sister Mary is a doctor in her residency at USC right now. That's why that makes sense to us.
Okay, I got an email here from a Mr. KJ Choi.
KJ Choi. Wait, what?
I told you, it's just random people.
Interesting.
Really? Random people email you guys?
Yes, all the
Yeah,
time.
dude, all the
As
time.
just asking questions just about our personal lives.
It's so weird.
It is weird, but
You know, you have no idea.
people want to know about
and it's
it.
not even.
Wait,
it's
is it,
not,
is it like the Zimbabwe prince that wants, that wants you to buy stock in his farmland?
Exactly.
Are these
and he's
real
got
people?
he's got a sister who wants us. He needs to set free because the Zimbabwe government won't.
He
help
needs to
him.
buy your car, so you need to leave by a port the next morning. Is this like a scam or are these real fan emails?
No, yeah, and it's funny actually how often there's questions, and they're not always good questions. In fact, if we're being now in the spirit of openness and honesty because of the segment questions from the people, I would like to tell you guys that all the emails are appreciated, but the ones about inquiring and accusing both Thomas and I of being gay lovers are not necessarily so appreciated. While they may or may not be true, I can neither comment. I can neither confirm nor deny. And then the other one,
I can definitely deny.
from that CPOPIC 10 kid who asked us the question last time. He asked us the question whether or not we would kind of get kinky with our guests too, and I didn't appreciate that because we treat our guests with the utmost respect. And
No, you don't.
We didn't even get our guest a chair this time.
Yeah, that's true. John's been standing this whole time.
All right. All right, so Daniel, did you or do you have a nickname, and what's the story behind it?
This is a real email.
Yes.
It's totally real. Well, I have a couple. One I can't actually say the story behind because I'm not allowed to. Because it's a household nickname, and you're never allowed to tell the actual story behind the household nickname. But one nickname is Shady. The other one from when I was a child. I think I've only had two.
I like Shady. Go into that one.
I can't tell the story.
Oh, come on.
I can't.
That's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean,
Ask any
you don't have to
member.
put the story behind it, but you are a very shady person,
Well, there
and you
go.
do shady
can-
things.
You can draw your own conclusions as to how I got the nickname.
and you love sleeping in shades of gray.
Okay.
Anyway, Tom, you would know. Anyway, wow, jeez, this got so sexual so fast. I'm sorry, everyone. One nickname. I mean, Danny doesn't count.
No.
Obviously, that's my name. Danny, Daniel doesn't count. But there was one, Fanny, and you can imagine how I got that one because it rhymed with Danny back when I was a child, and I think it was given to me by Teddy, Alex, and Matthew.
It's not because of your big ass.
Well, I didn't have one at the time.
Yeah.
But now it's perfect. Hard as a rock, I might add. Jeez. We need to end this right now.
Don't have your mother listen to this
Oh my
podcast.
We need the NFL to return very quickly.
Well, I wish we could talk about March Madness, but we can't really.
Yeah, we can't. Because by the time people listen to this, then everything's already...
need to have
We're already like a week late.
The Masters is coming up soon, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
That's true, but we don't actually have time to get into that. We shouldn't get into it.
Not right now, but I'm just suggesting
Yeah.
that you get a golf expert on.
Who is the golf?
I'm a golf expert.
Sean Lee.
Sean Lee's more
Eric
of a golf
Maslach?
expert. Eric Maslach's definitely a golf expert. Though I don't think he's paid attention to golf in the last 5 years.
Does Eric
Yeah.
ever listen to the Bro Chat?
I think he does.
Yeah, he does.
He does?
Yeah. Or he tells us he does. On our
That's all that
Facebook
really
page.
matters. And
Yeah.
subscribing. Anyone who hasn't subscribed yet,
You're bastards.
you need to subscribe if you've listened to these podcasts.
It's true.
It's
It's
only
so
fair.
easy. It's only fair. We provide hours of free entertainment for you, and you just take us for all we worth. And you don't give us anything back. Damn it! So much work. What do we have to show for it? We have nothing.
You're
We
almost,
have a microphone and some friends over. That's it.
you're almost averaging one person per show. I mean, one person
Per guest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No. I mean,
Yeah, we have
it's-
29 subscribers. And,
and 21
And,
shows.
well, 28
Yeah.
subscribers because Danny's one of them.
Yeah, you're not one of them.
I can't
Oh, you
subscribe
can't-
to my own channel.
I don't know, man.
I had to change my name on Google
That's true. You're
from my real name to Bro Chat for the People.
You could have started a new account. But now it's too late.
It's far too late.
Far too late. We're 21 in. 21 in. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
So I'll have a drink on the 21st. Cheers. All right.
Glug, glug, glug.
Well, I think
chug it as fast as you can.
I think it's that time that we say
We bid you adieu.
we love you, Kobe.
We love you, Kobe.
Keep listening to us, Kobe.
We enjoy making your work, school, or baby day that much more enjoyable.
All right.
I've been saying that the whole time. Enjoy making it more enjoyable. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if you have been
doesn't
saying
make-
that.
I don't know. What did I say before then? Because
Yeah,
I
we have to
messed
go
up
back.
on this the last time.
That makes
Yeah.
sense, dude. You can enjoy making
I know,
stuff
but
You've thrown the
I
whole
usually
thing off
don't.
now.
I'm usually far more talented with my words.
No,
I'm like Donald Trump with my words, man.
He makes the best words.
I make the best words. No, you're not.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
We're clearly out of control over here, so
Jeez.
we're gonna cut you off.
We're
here.
gonna go drink whiskey with one of our Colbys.
One of our Colbys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
Peace.